Hey Dreamers, this is Jacto Plays, and I am going to show you a new update about Project Fantieval. And Project Fantieval is, of course, a project that I'm going to build from community creations mixed up with my own creations and make a world creation out of all those assets. And you probably maybe have already watched previous videos. If you haven't, you really should, because then you will see the whole process of what I have been building up. And even though I'm not really technically showing the placements and stuff like that, that's not really these type of videos. This is behind the scenes videos. Sculpting videos will still be there at some point again, but now I am fully working on Project Fantieval, and this is an behind the scenes video, part 6, I believe. I don't know where I am right now. I think it's part 6. I could be wrong, but it's a big one again. I know that the previous video was a big boy with a lot of new stuff happened, but this one is also pretty a big update, even though I'm really focusing on finishing the project. So I am basically now placing everything all together and fine-tune already stuff a little bit here and there. So I am in a phase of building something new, but also still fine-tuning some assets here and there. And even though I really want to show you the fine-tuning stuff, but you probably, if I do that, you always also going to see the new building that I have been working on, even though it's not finished. So a little bit of disclaimer, I just want to do these videos to show you the process, and then step off a step off a step off a step, to show you how things are coming alive. And so yeah, for the intro, let's go straight into it. I always start at this place. You maybe already noticed there may be something different again with the color gradient. It's a little bit more brightful. Still not sure if I'm going for this. I am not really super happy yet per se on the color gradient in overall. So this is subject to be changed. Or maybe it will stay like this, but don't hold me on it. Maybe it's a little bit too much contrast still here and there. So maybe I'll do do a little bit lesser, because you can see when we're getting in the woods, or if can we call this the woods, but a little bit with the trees, it's getting very dark, and I already have a pretty dark screen right now, so it's double dark. But I think on your end, if you're finally going to play this on your PlayStation, it's probably also going to be a bit dark. I kind of like contrast, but not too much, so I have to fine-tune the whole contrast stuff a little bit. So what have I don't really have much done on this particular area. It's still pretty much all the same that you have been familiar with, still with the statues and the floating islands in the distance. There is a new island. I'm not really sure if that was already in the previous video. I don't think so, but I expanded a little bit of the islands in the background, so it's one more island in the background, so it feels it's a little bit more going into the depth, and the ship is still on the water, not moving at the moment. Still need to decide if I want to keep it or not. So yeah, here not much changed in here. Still the same. The airship, oh, and I think you're already going to see it, the airship is still floating. And if I panning to the left, you see that we have now a house. Even though it's not really yeah, it is a house, but it's a bar. And I'm working on this. It's not done, it's not finished, but I kind of want to show you the process of it. So I kind of want to show you what I've made so far, and then probably in the next video it's maybe hopefully done from the outside, and then we're going for the inside, and we're going to decorate stuff a little bit better. So yeah, this is the house. This is going to be the bar, and I have to be honest, this was quite challenging, because let me show you if in the edit mode. And you're already seeing it popping up in the left corner. But my graphics memory is 98%. So that's not a lot. I am going for the 99. I will stay under the 100, of course. So 99% graphics memory is my max that I'm going for. So I still have a tiny little bit of wiggling room to place new asset here and there still, but rather not. So what I have done with this house, because like this house is it's pretty detailed, right? Like it's let me already change the now I'm talking about anyway. Normally I don't do stuff like doing these videos, but I really need to change it because like it's too much. It's too much of like contrast. So what I'm going to do, I'm pulling this a little bit lower. I think I'm going for 10% for now. So still have like nice contrast, but you can also still see what's going on. So this house was very challenging for me, and I will explain why. The assets, I cannot go into the Dreamiverse anymore and search for new assets for like a site of a house, and there's not really like much there in the Dreamiverse anyway. So, and I already had the walls, and I could do a few things. I could like use the walls and cut them into pieces to fit the side wall of the house, right? That's a possibility that I could do. But it means if you're going to cut in a pre-existing creation, you make that object unique again, which is going to rising up graphics memory. So that was not a good option for me. That was absolutely an option that I couldn't go for because cutting it out will mean that I will hit the 99% graphics thermo, and then I don't have anything left for maybe to do something in the surrounding. And I still have an idea that I want to still have inside this creation, even though we are getting closer to done, at least with the amount of assets. But the house was like a super challenge. And not per se the front. Also, the roof tiles were not really an issue. These things do not cost anything. Not additional much of course they cost something, but not like much of like additional graphics. They are very simple tiles, but as you can see, like it's still very bland, right? It's still in the same color scheme of the whole building. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint myself the roof tiles so that it feels like it's a little bit green and moss and like dirt, and so like it's going to blend in really beautiful into the rest of the environment of the building itself. So that's still on the list that I'm going to do on this on those rooftops. And designing a house it's like it's even though like it should not be so difficult, right? But you have to keep in mind with a few things, and like I said, with the graphics thermo that I have, I cannot really do crazy much stuff like cutting stuff out or like half cut stuff and to make it fit inside the wall and stuff like that. So I have to rethink a lot of times. And so what I did is I still had it's not super perfect yet. There are some errors here and there, but what I had was I still had these tiles happening here. And these were already placed in my scene, and I was like, wait a second, I can maybe let them fit without cutting them. So they are not cut, even though it looks like it, but they're not cut. So without cutting them, I will fill in those gaps that I cannot fill up with the normal walls, because otherwise they will stick out the rooftop, of course. So what if I fill those gaps with those stone, and you also have a really nice motif? It looks like there's like a side building, and it looks like it is a sort of old castle looking. So I made the design in this way. So it looks still like there's like a design on the side, like it looks like a little small castle, and maybe it's a reference to something. And it wasn't like a clean way to fill up the gaps without using any graphics thermo. Of course, you're using gameplay thermo, but hey, my gameplay thermo is fine. I'm a little bit over the half of my gameplay thermo. So yeah, gameplay thermo is not an issue in this creation. It's mostly my graphics thermo. And I have tried to reduce a few assets in the overworld here and there, but trust me, it's not going down anymore. I tried, really. I've been trying. If I would maybe I think that like the most graphics heavy overall is this bar. This bar, like if I delete this bar, is like it's 40%. Like it's almost a half of what the whole environment cost. So this little building here is like half of the graphics than everything else in the whole world here. So yeah, that's crazy, right? And so like but that's because there are so many like different stuff inside the bar, like the people, the little props inside, like the bottles, the bread. And I'm maybe going to delete a few assets, single assets that I think I don't need it, and maybe that will save me a little bit more graphics thermo. I will see if I will do that. I have also play tested this in the playtest. So like you can do that if you like go into like test mode, you can play testing. And my gameplay cost is like 100%. Like it's 100%. So I really want to show. Oh, you cannot see it because like Shark is in front of it. Let me put Sharky away for a little bit. So my gameplay cost is like it's at max of like 100%, right? And you can see it's like it's swinging between the 30 FPS and like or above, right? And this is for me like the most trickiest thing, because I said that I would have want to have like a walking feature still implemented in this creation. So not only for the visuals, but I also want to have like a walking feature so you can look around yourself, looking closer to the objects. And every creation so far that I made, that was, no, not all the creations, but mostly the assets that I made on Dreams, or like made in Dreams, that was like showcase, also has like a walk feature inside. The first walking feature was that I ever did was like the Once Upon a Time forest. But like I said before, that was not really meant to walk around it. I didn't have in mind, okay, I also need to have a walk around feature in it. That came way later, because of like people wanted that. But now I'm building stuff from that on with the vision. Okay, I really want to have like a walk feature inside this creation, but I need to make sure that like I'm not going to drop super low on a 10 FPS, 15 FPS, which you see a lot with like people like making very like beautiful like big surroundings. But then when you're going to walk around in the creation, you're dropping like to 15, 10 FPS. And I don't want that. So my goal is 30 FPS, like at least, to have like a little bit like you can walk around in. I think the lowest that I recorded was 27. So yeah, there is like an FPS drop dip here and there. Like for example, if I go to the forest, or yeah, forest, less forest, you can see like it's still like 30, 29 FPS, so it's not too bad, right? I saw 28. I think the lowest that I ever recorded so far is 27. That's like the low one, but the rest is all 30 FPS, around 29, 30 FPS. So if I go into the building, like it's still have like it's 29 FPS right now, but like it's still steady. Graphic cost is not so much, if you can see. But if we go into like jump, I don't have like an a staircase yet. So here's like it's still inside the whole house is still 30 FPS. Even though it's super dark, I don't have any light placed yet. So, and there's like candle and chandelier in the top. I don't really sure how I'm exactly going to build the roof, but to give a little bit of an idea how it's going to look inside. So yeah, it's pretty dark because like I haven't already placed much inside. So that's for the building. So now you know a little bit of like the walking feature is almost 100% a certainty that I will implement into this creation, because I am still above the 15 FPS. I'm still above the 28 FPS, so I'm still good. It's not terrible. So yeah, I'm super happy with the outcome. I have to be honest, I was a little bit afraid that I was going to way lower at some point, but the whole creation is 30, almost 30 FPS solid. So that's at least a good sign. And you can see here also like in the analyzing, you can see which are the heaviest part, right? You can see that if I go to like showing the woods or like showing the forest, you see that I have like a resolution loss, right? Like it's 100% graphics cost over the 100 graphic cost. So that's why we have like a resolution loss, which causes frame drops, right? And you can, I really love this analyzing overview. I'm using it sometimes for my creations to see, okay, where it goes nuts and where not. And like surprisingly, you would expect that the building, right, that the building would have more graphics costs because so much more detailed are happening on that building, but it's only 38%. So that's not really like a big thing, and even goes lower if we're getting closer, but that's logical because like we are a little bit zoomed in. But I was really surprised. Even inside, it's like it's not much graphics cost at all. The gameplay gameplay cost is of course rising to the roof, 100%, but that's logical because we are almost at 100% of like the thermo in total. So, and you can see also here in Spike, crazy enough, it is at the moment you see half of the building. Maybe it's because like the foreground happens a lot. I don't know why this is both so heavy. Can't really explain that. Maybe it's okay, I don't know. But yeah, mostly like the building, like if you're like looking around the building, it doesn't cost much of anything. There's no graphic cost at all, besides the gameplay cost, of course. But this is for me like you cannot see it right now, but the red like the red dot line, or like the red line basically, that is my goal. Everything that goes too much above means that A, or I will remove the walk feature, or B, I will have to like change a few stuff here and there, because like, yeah, otherwise it gets too crazy with the stuff, right? So but I think that 30 FPS is still nice. I mean, I'm building on a PlayStation 4 base, so yeah, I mean, I should not be complaining at all. So I really want to show you a little bit of like the gameplay thermo and stuff like that. I really wanted to show you. Let me put Sharky back on, because like this is basically a confirmation that I will still have a walk feature inside this creation, so you don't have to worry about there's only camera working. I already placed camera working in here, which I maybe end up the video with, but no, let's no, I'm not going to show you that. No, I will not show you that. I will keep that for the final when everything is done. But yeah, the building is mostly what I have been working on so far, designing the whole building. The building, like the bar itself, is called the Sleeping Giant. That's the name of the bar. And the board sign, or the signboard, is very static, right? That's going to be changed. I'm going to make it move in the wind, so it feels more alive. So you actually feel that the wind is like yeah, bringing the board alive. So like it's like bouncing in the wind. So that is, or in the next video, or somewhere in the future videos, updates that I will then implement. So this whole video was basically meant to show you the whole building, to have a little bit of like a first look how this building is going to look like and how I'm going to design this. And like I said, let me go back into the edit mode. So how I solved the gaps was basically with these tiny little roof tiles. That's how I gapped them, and they are on both sides. So so it also looks the same on the inside as well. So you can see there's like a little bit of like a motif looking like a castle. I thought that was a cool idea to do this. And without any cutting. So the walls are basically like cloned, of course, and on both sides. And yeah, so that's what I did. And also, the windows, I'm still going to change them. I'm not really happy with the windows yet. So I think what I'm going to do is design the windows myself. I couldn't really find good looking old windows. I'm not talking about the Microsoft windows, but I really couldn't like a good old window windows that would fit in here. So I'm probably going to sculpt them myself, which is a very like tricky because that will rise up graphics. But I think I know how to do as low as possible. They are not like super detailed anyway, so at least I want to have like a bit more like fits into the gap of the windows. And then like those I don't know what it's called, blind window blind or something like that, the window blinds. I'm not sure if that's the correct name for it, but some windows are open and some are closed. I think that the top one is maybe well, I can keep it open maybe, but then we make sure it needs to be dark so you cannot see that that there's nothing in there. But I also want to keep some windows open because I kind of want to use the sunlight to go inside the bar as well. So when you're sitting here, I'm going to make an option hopefully that you can actually sit at the bar or at different places. So if you sit here, then you have still a little bit of like sunlight into the building. Now, what I'm going to do, and I will explain that later in upcoming videos, but I am going to make it a little more interesting with the lighting when you are inside the building. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a trigger point. So when you are like inside the building, I'm going to trigger, or when you are about to go inside the building. So for example, at this point, then the trigger is happening. And what the trigger is going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of like cheating with the sunlight. So what I mean with this, you have to wait to see the future videos because then I can show you what I mean. And I will definitely show you what I have been doing then. It's a technique that I've been doing quite some time in my creations. So to make it a little bit more interesting, to make the sunlight reflection a little bit more interesting than it is right now. For the rest, I have not really done much with the overall design besides make it a little bit more brightish, colorful. So I upped a little bit of the vibrance a little bit so that the colors are a little bit more popping out. I think I'm having it maybe too much. I don't know. I'm still so much struggling with the right color scheme for this creation. But yeah, it can be changed. I don't know. And also I have to like look around for how it's going to look at nighttime. I can show you a little bit really quickly how it's going to look at nighttime. So it's one of these sliders, doesn't really matter. So to give you a little bit of a feeling, how is this creation going to look when it's evening or when it's evening night? This is kind of what you can expect from it. So if we like walk around, then you still have like enough. Yeah, don't mind the sun right now, but you still have like an idea how the creation is going to look like if it's nighttime. Of course, there's no additional light, like maybe there's not going to be lanterns, but like I'm going to maybe do some fire. I don't know, something with like down the road. There's like some fire spots, so you have like a little bit of like lit up the spaces here and there. But this is kind of what you can expect from when the sun goes down, and this is going to look pretty much how it is. I will, of course, like change a little bit of like the color gradient as well, because like you don't want to have like too much color here and there. But I still want to have like the feeling that it's nighttime, but you still can see where you're going, right? And then and I get a message again. They keep popping that up for some reason. The server is on the main page, but they keep spamming this. It's pretty annoying. But like it's So what what I was talking about, I'm getting like so what I was talking about, like I kind of want to have like this nighttime feeling, but that you can still see where you're going. And what I did with like in the previous creation with like Once Upon a Time Forest, I made it a blue color, so everything was in blue. That's a way to do nighttime. I think it's a little bit too cheap to do it, so I'm not going to do it in this one. I'm maybe going to put another filter over it to make it a little bit more darkish, but not too much, because like I still want to have that as a player. You still need to see where you're going, right? But I don't want to have that. You can still see the very beautiful colors in the tree because like it's nighttime. I'm not going to make it completely dark because like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. But I can still do a little bit of like that the stars are certainly popping up in the sky when you are playing this in the nighttime. And I'm still thinking if I should do a completely day-night cycle or just like a button that you can see like how is this looking like static. How is it looking in nighttime and how is it looking in daylight? Yeah, I'm still not sure because like if I make a day-night cycle, I have to change everything. So, so I have to see how I'm going to do this. But that's up for me. And then if we go back into the bar, you can see there's some light still like bouncing. I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe from the fire. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show for in this video. So it was more of like the building itself. So the building itself was for me to show. It's a lot of trial and error with this building because like I had so many like had so many troubles or like struggles with the side of the house without cutting anything. But I think I have found a good solution for now. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you like? Do you like this building so far? Do you like the design of the building? And let me know if you cannot wait to play and walk around yourself in this environment. I certainly cannot wait to show this finally releasing on the Dreamiverse for you guys to play around with. A little bit of like an outro, like householding. The moment that I'm recording this, I saw people, and no offense, but there were some people unsubscribing me as soon there was like a Planet Coaster video being uploaded. I understand that you do not like content that doesn't have to do with dreams, right? But I also have the feeling that people think, and I think that's maybe the case, I feel that a lot of people think that I am completely going away from dreams content. And I don't know why you're like, yeah, the people that already subscribed, they are not seeing this, but maybe they do. But I don't know why the people would think that, because like I am still like uploading dreams content. Yes, it's not the same as how I did before, but hey, don't blame me. Don't blame the game, but blame basically PlayStation for not supporting dreams anymore. So I cannot like do the same content that I did before, and I really hope you will respect that I have also to keep a little bit like, yeah, the content like still interesting to also do other content. I really want to say this in this. I don't know why I'm saying this in this video, but it's really weird. Like it's really weird that as soon as I uploaded like a Planet Coaster video, people were like unsubscribing, and not like one, but like I think there were like 5 people in total at the same day, at the same moment. I can see when I uploaded something, and then you can see who unsubscribed, and I saw like, okay, 5 people left because I uploaded Planet Coaster. I don't know, like it's, if you don't like to see Planet Coaster, just don't watch it. And like I have still like dreams content every week almost. Sometimes can happen, maybe there's like a week in between, or maybe there's like something drying up, or I'm cooking up a new project, which after this project I will start a new project again. So yeah, dreams is still here, and I'm still making dreams content. So what I have been doing, I have decided to give the gameplay videos a little bit of a break. So I am not going to upload them every week. Apparently, my community is a little bit triggered when there's something uploaded that have not been dreams related. So I decided to spread it a little bit more out. So apparently, and if I think I have something like steady community again, I will go back to the old habit probably. Because like, yeah, if I spread it too much long out, then then you have to wait super long to watch new videos, and I don't want to do that. So so you won for this time. This time you won. I am going to still upload dreams every week if I can. Dreams is not going anywhere. I will still do dreams, and I think that these videos are pretty much like the evidence of that. I don't know how many times I need to say this, but I am not leaving dreams, guys. I think I'm maybe the only guy in the community that also doing YouTube is not gone. So I am not gone. I'm not stopping dreams, and I'm still here. I'm still, as long as I can do dreams, I will do dreams. And I really want to like show, of course, also my way of how I create. I can maybe understand that these type of videos, I'm not showing the process of creating. There are like a few reasons for that. I'm sorry that the video is going to be longer than normal. But the reason why I'm having this behind the scenes series is because I want to try out new stuff, right? So I also want to try different things. I want to try different content, different type of content. And I know for a lot of people, changing is always scary, right? And I get that. I get when things are changing, it's scary. But as a creator, you should understand that changing is sometimes needed because you don't want to stand still in your own process, in your own creativity. And I certainly do not want to stand still in my own creativity. So I always try to think new ideas and to do different things. And especially in dreams, like this is like a totally different creation that I've never made something like this before in dreams. And I always like try different things, and maybe the next project is going to be completely other way around, maybe something dark or like scary, or I don't know, like who knows. It's just that I'm not going to leave dreams unless I am forced to, unless like dreams is shutting down completely, unless Sony is like saying like, hey dude, get off this platform, then I will have no choice. But as long as I can still be creative in dreams, as long as I can still make stuff in dreams, I will do still dreams. So I'm not going anywhere. So there's no need for you, even though if I upload a Planet Coaster video, there's no need to unsubscribe, because don't watch it. Like you also have an option in YouTube. You can say, I only want to see this playlist, and save that playlist for yourself. So every time when I upload something in that playlist, you can only watch that playlist. You don't have to watch like Planet Coaster or all the other gameplay videos. Just don't watch it. If you don't, I'm not watching everything that like people that I follow on YouTube. I only like see certain videos that I'm interested in, but I'm not going to watch everything. Not every subject is something that I like, but you don't have to like per se unsubscribe because like you think I'm stopping dreams. That's really nonsense. I'm not stopping with dreams. Like make me stop dreams. I will not stop dreams. A little bit of a rant here, but like not really a rant, but it's but like it's I don't know, like I sometimes don't understand people. But yeah, so hopefully this is a lot more proof. I'm still here doing dreams. And I can maybe understand you want to see maybe me sculpting. And I said before in the previous videos, I am going to do this still as well, but in a different form. So what I mean, and I will explain it again, what I mean is I will still do sculpting videos, but not single assets. Like I cannot do that, because like if I sculpt single assets, I have 200 videos and then I'm out, because then I'm like hitting the limit. So I cannot do that. So what I'm going to do, I am going to sculpt scenes like this, what you're seeing right here, even though this is a little bit of mixture between community assets. But I am going to also make environments, creations like this, completely made how I would do it. So, and I mean with like sculpting the way how I do it. But then I will do everything inside the same scene. So I'm not going to do separate assets anymore, because yeah, that's basically pointless. But what I can still do is make one scene and a showcase. I'm not going to make video games. Maybe I will do, I don't know, but maybe Sharky's Little Adventures 2. If somebody wants to see that, I would definitely love to do that. But but I would love to make like showcases like this where you can walk around in it, and then also will show the whole process. Those videos will take longer because then I need to chop it into a lot of pieces. So I was still like experimenting with this type of content, and this is like behind the scenes series, completely different series than the sculpting video. So this is only behind the scenes. I will show you a little bit like smaller updates, even though this video is already longer than a half hour, but I really wanna I will put everything in this section on the outro on the outro, so people don't if you don't want to hear this, I can understand. But yeah, I really want to have said this in this video at least, because like I understand you don't like Planet Coaster. I don't understand, but I would understand if you would not like that. But but that doesn't mean it's not like a sign for you oh, Jacta's also going to stop playing Dreams and he stopped doing Dreams. No, I mean, look at this video. You're probably maybe not watching anymore, but look at this video. I'm still here, man. I'm still strong. Hey, look at other dreamers that were doing a lot of content for Dreams. They're all stopped right now. I'm not. I'm still here. So yeah, I really want to say that because everybody was whining and crying, but Jacta's still going strong. Yeah, I really want to say that because you don't have to unsubscribe for Planet Coaster. Come on. I can understand you don't want to watch it, but then don't watch that and just enjoy just Dreams content. I will still do that. So yeah, that was a little bit of a long outro, but I really want to say this because this is the first time and last time I'm saying this. Because I really want to make this clear. Jacta is not leaving Dreams. Only when Dreams is leaving Jacta, then he will stop. So yeah, I'm going to leave for here. I hope you enjoyed the building. I hope you like the design so far. Of course, it's far from finished. I still need to I have another struggle that I see. I hope I can solve it in the same way how I did the other side, but yeah, you will see it in the next video. Before I'm leaving, no, I will save it in the next video. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching in this outro, sorry for my little bit of a brambling long outro, but I really, really want to say this once and for all. I am not going anywhere unless life makes me, unless PlayStation makes me. Then I have no choice, but it's not on my end. So I'm going to leave for here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope that you like the design. Let me know in the comments if you like this building or not, if you cannot wait to play this or not. Let me know. As long as it's a nice, or not in a nice way saying it. So yeah, bye-bye for now. And as always, don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye-bye.